All right. What's up again, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. We're happy to be back here with another video for all of yous.
All of yous? What do I
Wait,
say?
Episode 103. Roll that
Roll
intro.
that intro. Well, yeah, like Brian said, I hope everybody's doing great. I don't know what day of the week it is for you, but hope it's a good day. And thank you for watching. And
Don't forget to jump over to our vlog channel. Like and subscribe, okay, guys? We appreciate it.
yes, link in the description.
Today we're going to do a video called How IKEA Became Sweden's National Brand. I do think of Sweden when I hear IKEA.
Yeah, IKEA is the place to be when you first move into a new apartment and you're young and you're like, I can't afford to pay
Like-
thousands of dollars for furniture,
Yeah.
but I want something that will give me my expression, self-expression of your space. And if you want to have an argument with your partner or your roommate, just grab your furniture from IKEA because it takes 6 hours to build.
I know. I remember building a bunch of stuff that we got from there in our
But
first
it's fun.
apartment. Yeah.
I feel like it's an
It's an
bonding
experience.
experience.
Yep.
And if you can make it through building IKEA furniture together, you could probably do anything. And they have meatballs at their food court.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is by Polymatter. I'll put the original in the description also, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, and let's begin.
In 2017, over 20 million people visited the most popular theme park in the world, Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Huh.
Together, Disney parks, including Disneyland Anaheim, Tokyo, Paris, and Hong Kong, attract 150 million annual
Damn.
visitors, more than any other. One could argue, however, and I will, there's one even more popular, IKEA, with 460
Damn.
million. Let me explain. We in the biz know there are many definitions of theme park. The academic definition, my definition, and when you're ready to really dive deep in the literature, you turn to the experts. The International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, who define theme park as an amusement park that...
I wonder,
Succession.
wherever you guys are from, are theme parks super popular? They are really popular here. I always get a little worried about them just because, I always have that fear in the back of my head of, a roller coaster, breaking
Final
or something.
Destination.
Yeah.
Me too. I think I more so now don't like them. I mean, it's not I don't like them, but I avoid theme parks such as Magic Mountain or Six Flags because I just feel like my body hurts after. And it might sound like an old geezer saying that, but I used to love roller coasters, and then now I'm like, I just feel like shit whenever I go on one.
I haven't gone on one in a long time. But yeah. I mean, they're fun, but I just get worried about them fucking breaking down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be worried about that too.
Yeah.
that has themed attractions, be it food, costumes, entertainment, retail stores, and/or rides. Check, close enough, check, and check. Shopping at IKEA is a full-day activity. You hop in the
It has
family
rides?
van, drive
No.
outside the city, drop your
I mean, I
kids
don't
in the
know, not
play
the ones I've been
area, max out your credit cards, and then top it off with some Swedish meatballs.
Yeah,
The
that's why.
IKEA brand is as iconic and loved as Disney, Six Flags, and Universal.
That is
The only
wild.
slight problem is with the S in rides. IKEA has just one, the unidirectional pathway which guides you through the store into the warehouse and the restaurant. The ride might be called Capitalism, the theme of the park, Sweden. Although, despite its colors, names, and advertised philosophy, IKEA is not, strictly speaking, actually Swedish, or technically a company at all. What are the secrets behind IKEA's enormous global success?
Please don't ruin IKEA for me.
Although not nearly the same company it is today, Ingvar Kamprad founded IKEA in 1943 as a traveling
Damn.
salesman, selling staples like matches, pencils, and watches. 7
Wow.
years later, he began selling furniture. Seeing the logistical difficulty of shipping large items far away, Ingvar
They were so
decided to
cute.
flat pack the furniture, which also reduced the chance of damage during transport. The company created a catalog that customers could browse through and order with from afar. The first showroom was built in 1953 in the same small town, followed by the first of the company's iconic giant warehouses in 1965. The business model has more or less remained consistent ever since. Rather than try to compete with department stores and city centers, IKEA has always preferred large, multi-story buildings away from the bustle, with only a few exceptions like in cramped Hong Kong. With this far cheaper real estate, the company can
Yeah, the IKEA here, it's in Burbank. So
That's the closest one.
it's a little bit like, it's in more of a suburban area.
Yeah, but they're not in the middle. You're not gonna find a Target next door, most likely, or like a Starbucks next door. Like, it's kind of in its own little area.
Yeah.
It's a giant warehouse.
build equally giant attached parking lots. The average size of a store is around 35,000 square meters, or 370,000 square feet,
Damn.
with over 8,000 unique items. Inside, the experience is unlike any other. Customers are guided through the store by a one-way path, which begins in the showroom, flows into the market hall where small items can be picked up instantly, and ends in the warehouse, where previously selected
That's so
items can
true.
be picked off the shelves and then paid for at the register. Most retailers design their stores to maximize the time you spend inside, spreading out staples like bread, milk, and bananas. IKEA takes this approach to the extreme. By arranging its stores like a transit line, the company has total control over the shopping experience and forces you to look through all its departments.
I will
Placed towards
say that has stressed me out there before, and then it's almost like you feel guilty if you go the opposite way. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you got one shot.
You gotta
So
go
look
all
at
the way
that.
through.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
gotta start all over.
That is true, yeah.
I know you can easily just backtrack, but like, it
Yeah.
feels icky if you backtrack.
the beginning of the journey are usually its largest drivers of profit: bedroom and kitchen. The
bet,
restaurant
yeah.
and kids' play area not only keep customers inside longer, but also communicate low prices and value, which spill over onto the brand as a whole. The average visit lasts a whole hour and a half at many of its stores, and by one
I would think
estimate,
longer.
60% of items purchased at IKEA are unplanned, nudged towards, in other words, by the store psychology. Research also suggests we attach more value to the things we help make ourselves, turning IKEA's self-assembly from a flaw to a feature. It also helps reduce manufacturing and shipping costs,
Yeah,
another ingredient
I
in the
bet.
IKEA formula. Low prices are its self-proclaimed mission, to, quote, democratize furniture. Whatever its true motivation, IKEA has remained inexpensive despite its ubiquity. The price of its most popular chair, for example, has gone down dramatically over time, adjusted for inflation. The company reportedly sets a target price for a product before sending it off to its small team of around 20 designers, who work within those constraints. Finally, the warehouse design eliminates the need for a large staff, which greatly
Kids
reduces
laying down.
operating expenses. This low-cost image is so important that, before he died in 2018, the founder and CEO claimed only to fly economy, never stay in luxury hotels, and use public transit, staying true to the company's values. But perhaps even more important than its psychology, warehouse design, or low prices is IKEA's impenetrable brand. As it began expanding internationally, first in Switzerland in 1973, then throughout Europe for the next few decades, it greatly emphasized its Swedishness. From 2000 until 2009, the company opened 150 stores, more than it had in the past 50 years, many in North America and Asia. Today, with over 200,000 employees and 433 stores, IKEA is not only the largest retailer of furniture, but also the world's largest consumer of wood, period.
Wow.
Its strategy has been to enter many different markets, each with only a small number of stores at the most optimal locations. The US, for example, is its second largest market by number of stores, despite having only 50, and 17 countries or territories have only one. The success of this approach is proof of IKEA's global brand. While many companies enter a new market by localizing their message and product, IKEA has
Yeah, I mean, they're really smart.
It's wild that they have so few locations, but they're still like the number
The biggest,
one.
yeah. And I guess they are super affordable, and the stuff is not like it's, I will say, it's not as good as if you go to like what do you call them,
Like living spaces or something. Like
yeah, well, more
strictly
like
furniture.
yeah, if you go get like custom furniture, obviously it's gonna be more expensive and everything like that, like really high stuff. But
They don't have cheap stuff.
that's
Though.
what I'm saying. Like, it's not bad. It is just sometimes a pain in the ass to build it. But that's why you're paying a lot less, because you have to put it together.
Yeah, I know. But then they turned that around and they made it work in their favor.
Yeah.
And they, they're trying to sell it to you like.
Well, it is really affordable for what they have.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, and it's good. I think it's good quality
Definitely.
for like the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it is.
I agree.
But yes, it is a pain to put it together. But again, that's called bonding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Succeeded by doing just the opposite, embracing its Swedish origins. The IKEA image is so strong around the world that it can open a single store in an entire country and still be instantly recognized and loved. From the minimal, functional design of its furniture to their famously hard-to-pronounce names, IKEA is unmistakably Swedish. Its bright blue and yellow stores announce its heritage from afar. Beyond its visual design, IKEA also exports Scandinavian egalitarianism. Employees at all levels are encouraged to address one
Nice.
another by first names, and not titles.
That's cool.
Corporate executives are asked to participate in so-called anti-bureaucratic weeks, where they work on store floors to experience daily operations
What?
and empathize
Slay.
That's
with their colleagues.
Sorry.
Not only is this
That's such a good idea.
No, that's awesome.
that's
I
great.
love that they still stick to like a bit of their roots and
Yeah, that's awesome.
love that.
association with its home country good for the
It's
company,
beautiful.
but it's also
Yeah, it
good
is.
for Sweden, who has encouraged and greatly benefited from IKEA's positive reputation. Swedish embassies, for example, actively participate in new store openings and have even sponsored them financially. Ironically, despite all this, IKEA is legally more Dutch than Swedish. The company is actually owned by a Dutch holding company whose profits end up in a tax-exempt non-profit, also Dutch, foundation, who indirectly channels the money through another Dutch foundation with nearly the same name. Its intellectual property, meanwhile, is owned by a holding company called Inter IKEA, this time registered in Luxembourg, which in turn is owned by a company of the exact same name in the
Jeez.
Netherlands, Antilles, who, yes, is also owned by a trust company. And that's a simplified
they're getting there.
explanation. All this legal fine print makes IKEA the third largest charity in the world, only 30% smaller than the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. IKEA is certainly not unique in its complicated legal structure, but in registering as a charitable foundation, it goes beyond the norms of most global companies. All this, it claims, is designed to protect control of the company from outside parties, including, in fairness, the founder's own family. Critics, though, argue control is only a secondary benefit after tax avoidance. Legally,
thinking.
physically,
Yeah.
and financially, IKEA is today more global than Swedish. And yet, it has one of the strongest, most resilient brands.
But it started with a Swedish man, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Maybe he had to run things through different countries because of the tax laws and all the other stuff too. So I'm
mean,
guessing.
I can't blame it. It's not like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's some billionaire trying to go to space.
in
Same.
history. IKEA has come to embody a certain rare kind of friendly capitalism. After all, despite its
want those
size and
Swedish
controversies, who could hate a theme park? In its embrace of capitalism and likeness to an amusement park, IKEA is slightly reminiscent of another unique place on Earth I'm making a documentary about. Coming soon to Nebula, our new streaming platform created by
All right. But yeah.
I mean, are you exploiting your workers? Are they getting paid fair? Are they getting treated well?
I don't know the details of
That's
that.
what they didn't get into. And I
Yeah.
feel like, to a degree, like, I do like that they have the leads work the floor, too.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. I think more
'Cause-
places need to do that.
That is humbling, and I think it's a good thing.
Well, yeah, and then it also shows them like, oh shit, we should fix this for the experience of
Yeah.
our workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
IKEA seems interesting. Of course, obviously, I hope that they take care of the employees and stuff. it seems like they have a nice mixture of like that. He was saying like the capitalism with also like the. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like it seems like soft capitalism. It doesn't seem like it's just like.
As long as you don't exploit your workers,
Yeah.
that's.
But
I
who
think
knows?
the
I
biggest
don't know.
thing.
If you guys know more than us, let us know. But
I wouldn't
yeah.
compare it to a theme park. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
know
either.
maybe like the traffic of people that
yeah,
go, but like,
it does get
Yeah.
packed.
guess what? More people are buying furniture than are going to Disneyland. That's
Yeah.
just common sense.
Yeah, especially affordable stuff that's pretty decent, like
Yeah.
quality.
And yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
Anyway,
if you enjoyed the video, guys, like and subscribe. Jump over to the vlog channel, all right? And
yeah.
we'll come back at you with our
And
next
if
video.
I
What?
was gonna say, if you're Swedish, tell us if
Yeah,
you
I know.
guys actually go to IKEA or not.
But all right, peace.
Bye.